This recording provides an overview of the additional features and options available to an ESS user with one of the leave calendar roles. So all ESS users by default are granted the user role. For more information on the options available to all users, please review the user role recording in the newsletter. However, for this video, we are going to focus on the additional menu options available for those standard users who are granted an additional role of one or more of the leave calendars. So I'm going to log in this user. And again, if you aren't sure what roles you have, down at the bottom left-hand corner, you can click on your name and click on profile. And it will, in the corner here, it will display the roles that have been assigned to you. So for this example, Andy has been assigned the leave calendar by building role. So that's what I'm going to take you in first, is the leave calendar by building role. So underneath the leave calendars and underneath district leave calendar, this is the additional option that a standard user is going to see when they are assigned a leave calendar role. Everything else in the menu is their standard user access, but in this and here, underneath the My Leave calendar, he's able to see his calendar, but in order to see others by building, the district leave calendar option will be displayed. When I click on that, by default, the calendar will be empty with the exception of blackout dates noted. A filter up at the top here is required to be selected in order to view other users' leave requests on the calendar. So with this role, you can filter to view staff leave requests with the same building as your position. So let's talk about the position information. So we're going to click on Andy's position details first, just to kind of see how this works. So there are 4 positions, and there's active and inactive. And so if I just click on this, the building codes are noted here up at the top. So it looks like his custodian position has a building code of 400, his aide position 500, the superintendent inactive position 300, and another custodian one is for building code of 700. So what we're going to do is underneath the district leave calendar, we're going to filter on the building codes related to one of the 4 positions. So just a note, leave calendars abide by what is configured under the district's job status configuration. So for example, if both active and inactive jobs are configured, then the leave requests associated with active and inactive positions will be displayed on the leave calendars. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on filters, and we are going to click on the options available here. We've got a building codes and the leave request type. Now remember, he had 4 different building codes that are tied to his active and inactive positions. So if I click on the drop down here, I should only be able to select from those 4 building codes. So I can filter within these 4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of them. So I can select more than one. And if I wanted to filter on leave request type as well, I can. I'm just going to leave that blank to include all. And then I'm going to click on apply filters. And then what you're going to see then are any leave requests for those staff members that have positions within that same building. So here's one for December. And then let's say if I just back up and go back to November, anything here. So it looks like the only one I see that's related to those position code or those building codes is this one leave request. So just to review too, the colors that you're seeing here on the calendar view, the green is going to signify that these are approved. And obviously I can click on this and it will show me the full details of the leave request. Right now I can see that underneath Craig Bridges, he has a sick leave request for a full day on December 3rd. And if I want to see more information about that leave request, I can go in here and I can see the daily details, the actual leave request details, and the leave request approval trail. So because it is shaded green, it's telling me that it has been approved, which it was. So other colors you're going to see, blue signifies that it's initiated or in progress. It has not been fully approved yet. Any that you see in red signify they've been rejected or canceled. Anything with a soft black signifies that those leave requests are exported. And anything that is a black signifies a blackout date, like the example we have down here where we have blackout dates for the end of the year. So also another thing to note, when using the filters, they will be retained here, but if I would go to another option in the menu and then come back to my district leave request, those will be removed. But we do have an improvement that will be out by the end of December of 2024 that will retain those filter options that are selected. So, and if I wanted to clear these out, I can go in and just click clear filter and apply, and then those filters will be removed. I will talk about the rest of these options underneath the calendar at the end of this demo. So that is the district role that's been assigned, district leave calendar by building. So what we're going to do is we're going to log out of this one. We're going to log into the next calendar role, which is going to be leave calendar by department. So I'm going to log in as that person. And again, if I go down to the leave calendars, this person, again, if I wanted to double check first to see what the role was assigned, leave calendar by department code. And then, like I said, they will see the additional option underneath leave calendars that's called district leave calendar. So again, by default, the calendar will be empty with the exception of the blackout dates. And so we need a filter in order to select. And here you'll notice that by default, it will display all department codes that are available to select on. So if I wanted to see specific leave requests related to a specific department, I can go in here and select those. So I'm just going to pick on a couple here. Let's say I want to look for 650, 60, 70, and let's just pick on 900. So these are the 4 department codes. Now, again, I can filter even more so on the leave request type. I'm going to go ahead and click on apply filter, and it's going to bring up that information. And so I do see that I have one here that's been approved. And then also I do see a couple of exported ones here. At the end, they're working during the break. And if I just back up 1 month, I do see a bunch of others. So these are all leave requests that are tied to those department codes. So obviously, if I want to clear this out, I can then go ahead and clear filters and then click apply filters, and it will remove all those filters. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we're going to look at the leave calendar by district building. So I'm going to sign out of this person and log into somebody who has that role. And again, if I'm unsure, I can go down and click profile, and this user has leave calendar by district building role. So again, if I go down to the leave calendars and click on the district leave calendar, again, by default, the calendar will be empty with the exception of the blackout dates. So a filter is required to be selected in order to view those leave requests on one or more district building codes. So again, I'm going to click on filters. And then here's the building codes. And again, it will display all of them. But if I just want to select one of them, maybe Adams Elementary, that building, and apply filters, it's going to include all the leave requests associated with that district building. So here's one for Brent, another one for Kristen. Again, if I back to November, I'm going to see plenty of others. So these are all tied to that district building. And again, if I want to clear those filters, I can go in here and clear them out or enter in something different underneath the building code to see a different view. Okay, the next one I'm going to go into is the leave calendar by pay group. And again, if unsure, do the profile, leave calendar by pay group role. So again, I'm going to go down to leave calendars, district leave calendar. And again, by default, the calendar will be empty with the exception of the blackout dates. A filter is required to be selected in order to view leave requests on the calendar that are associated with this pay group. So again, I'm going to go to filters and I'm going to pick on the teacher's pay group and apply the filters. And here's one that pulled up. And again, if I go back and forth, I can see from other months, all of the leave requests tied to the pay group that I filtered on. And again, I can go back in, change my filters up, clear them out, whatever I want to do. So at this point, then I'm going to go ahead and log out of Morgan's, and I'm going to go into one more. And this is for the leave calendar for district staff role. I'm going to pick on that person that has that role. Again, if I go down to leave calendars and click on district leave calendar, now by default, the district leave calendar will display all staff leave requests automatically. You do not have to go to filter and select them in order for them to appear on the calendars. By default, they will be displayed immediately. However, you can use the filter to actually filter out. And so you can filter out by a specific employee. If I just want to see all the leave requests for Susan Dean, I could go in and select. If I just want to see all the leave requests that are tied to vacation leave, I can filter by vacation leave and click on apply, and it's going to filter everything out except for those leave requests that are tied to vacation. And you can see that right away. They all say VA for vacation. And again, I can go back to my filters and clear the filters in order to go back and display all the district staff who have leave requests for this month. So while we're in here, I do want to talk about the other options available underneath the calendar here. With print calendar, you're allowed to print your calendar based on the view that was selected. So our view right now by default is monthly calendar. So when I click on print calendar, I have two options to print either the calendar, the monthly calendar in a CSV mode or in a PDF format. So if you want to print out the calendar, you can do that. What I was taking you through before is because I'm in the monthly view, I can move from month to month by just clicking these arrows to go either back or ahead in the future. If I wanted to go back to today, I can click on the today option here and it will take me back to the current month. Also, here are all the different view options available. So we have a monthly, which is the default, which is what we're seeing. We have a weekly as well. And we also have several other options here too. I'll just look at the daily list, kind of in a list format. I'd like to see a list on the monthly instead of seeing that monthly calendar format. I can do that and it will show me all of that. And again, it's noted here by the color code of where it's at in the approval status. So here, Brent's, this green indicates it's approved. And then for this black one here, this soft black, it indicates that it was exported. Go back to my monthly calendar. And you'll also notice too, on some of these, you also have the option to do a custom start and stop. So based on the calendar view, you're able to go in and select a date. So if I want to range and just see what's available from December 1st through the 15th, and then I submit custom dates, I'm only going to see the leave request for that's inclusive of that date range. Okay, this wraps up the additional menu options available for users with one or more of these leave calendar roles. If you have any further questions, please reach out to your ITC for further assistance. Thank you.